Red car, blue suit, and I don't know when I'll get something new. We're gonna race as fast as we can. It's time to go and race at Kentucky. Sorry for that awful parody of Sharp Dressed Man. Let's qualify at Kentucky. Welcome back to NASCAR Evolution. First time saying that while already on the track. This is officially the halfway point in the season after this race. And maybe that's when we finally get a new coat of paint. Not like it'll look much better, but it beats this old plain red over a blue and yellow sponsor. Like, I don't know, man. Okay, it's kind of hard to go low here. It has been a little while since we did a mile and a half, I guess. You hear that? It sounds like the car is almost turned into a race car, but not quite. It has to stay sounding like a golf cart. I feel like that wasn't a good lap. Yeah. Yeah. Well, take that, Ryan Ellis. Let's do it.
NASCAR on NBC is coming to you live from the Bluegrass State. Tucked between Lexington and Louisville, fans here know hoops and horsepower. This is Rick Allen, and we're just moments away from the start of the Quaker State 400, presented by Advance Auto Parts.
What's with that weird lighting effect on the pit boxes? That looked weird. Here we go.
There's the green flag.
There's the green flag.
All clear.
Let's, do the thing where we jump out of line before the flag and try to gain some spots, but then, mess up the shifting at an intermediate, because that's what I always do. I also just can't turn very well here.
Still there.
Oh, sent it. Maybe not the best idea. Sorry, Jones.
Clear low. Car low.
He's out.
There's trouble in turn 3.
He shouldn't be in this field anyway, though. So we got 18 more laps of this, huh? Less than Atlanta, I guess. This track's definitely a lot different than it is in Heat 5. And now we don't go here anymore, which is understandable. It was pretty boring. It's started to get better in its final years, and I think it would have been better in the next gen, but I'm not too mad they cut it. I am mad they cut Chicagoland, but maybe I could talk more about that later.
All clear.
We're not quite at Chicagoland yet.
Still there. Clear high. Still there.
So we're just racing back here, struggling for a top 30. Really cool. Playoff driver right here, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, so, if you're watching this without seeing the last episode, spoilers, but I guess it's kind of your bad. Problems for Larson, imagine that.
Still there. All clear. That was your best lap ever.
But yeah, him and Eric Jones back behind now. But, like, Jones should be in the field.
Still there.
Like, I get they didn't have enough, Real Cup drivers, but why not put someone with a different number that's already in the field, or just have 39 cars? I wouldn't care. just have 39 cars.
You're all clear.
I mean, I think they do something like that in the career mode in future Heat games.
Car high. All clear. Car low. Clear low.
I get filler drivers have been a thing in a lot of NASCAR games. And not every team agreed to be in the games. I mean, Heat 2, they couldn't even get GMS Racing in the game in trucks. It took Heat 3 to get them in, which made trucks and Heat 2 really weird.
Clear low. All clear.
Anyway, let's race for P27. Let's get into the 3-time champ and our championship rival, Mears, and kill Trevor Bayne. Big hit for Bayne.
Yellow's out.
Yeah, that deserved a yellow. Maybe it's the hits that bring out the yellow in this game. that would make sense based on what I've seen. Do I need to repair? I can't see. Looks like it repairs. Sure, let's do it.
Stage car's out.
Alright, I've been wanting to do this at some point. Let's bring the wedge all the way down. Larson's out. Awesome. He hasn't been a contender anyway, but...
Race is going green. There's the green flag. Car high. Stay low. Still there. You're 3 wide. Hold your line. Clear high.
just haven't had a lot to say in this one, but it's been a pretty interactive race so far. A lot of racing in this race, which is what you want to see.
Still there.
In a race, you want to see the cars race each other. Take notes, F1.
Still
I don't hate
there.
F1 though. I play those games sometimes. I'm probably wouldn't do a Let's Play on those unless it was F1 Manager, because that game's kind of fun, but
Still there.
not my cup of tea, but I have played them. They're definitely really well-made games.
Still there. Car high. Stay low. Still there. Still there.
Building up speed.
All clear.
Don't know if that wedge helped us any, but maybe it boosted her speed. Who knows?
Stay low. Still
Where were we
there.
before? Like mid-20s, like 27?
All clear.
Don't know if we can catch this group up here, but we're in 30th. Not bad.
That was your best lap ever.
I mean, we're pretty fast apparently. I actually got to let off the gas a little bit. Great corner. Really good corner. Ellis, the single car that we out-qualified, no wonder he's falling back. I think there was some different pit things going on I didn't really pay attention to. Because, like, I'm not sure why Ellis was up there. Hopefully we can get him within the next 5 laps. I think we can get all 4 of these guys. Hope tire wear doesn't bite us in the butt.
That was your best lap ever.
We're just getting faster. You love to see it. And that car is going to slow us down, but... Almost 2 seconds over the guys behind us, which includes Casey Mears, who we need to gain points on.
Still there?
Because if it comes down to 17 winners, it'll probably be between me and him. So I gotta beat him to get in the playoffs, which would be pretty cool to say I made it in the first season. Don't expect me to win, though. First season doesn't matter. Now, if you got money based where you finish in the whole season, that'd be one thing. I don't think you do. But maybe I should race as if you do.
Here you go.
Alright, we've gained a little bit. Surprisingly, Ellis has kept up. It's Dylan that fell back, and now we're gonna get Boyer.
Still there?
It'd be really funny if Ryan Ellis beat us for 27th after we outqualified him and no one else.
Stay low. Still there?
Good for his team, though. Wasn't he last in points?
Last lap. Still there?
I can't remember who was last in points. Oh, it was Jones. And then Ellis, I think, and then Castle. Either way, good points day for Ellis, probably, and Boyer, he's 17th in points somehow. Don't know how a 29th will serve him, but we'll come home 28th. Not bad for where we're running. I said 28th. I said 28th. Alright, 29th.
We'll get him next time.
Cool. Yeah, Boyer, we'll get you next time. We will. Mark my words, except don't actually. And let's see who won. Are we gonna have another random midfield winner? Harvick. Still no win for a driver named Bush. Money, okay. Ellis, 37th. AJ gained a spot. We're 5 above Mears. New Hampshire time. Where is that sponsor? Whatever. I don't know how this is gonna go. Let's just keep the same sponsors. Let's just do it. Oh yeah, good old Jeff Burton dominating this track.
Go, 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 go.
Let's see how this goes. New Hampshire's a track in the Heat Series has a lot of memories. That was weird. I think we can get something going here. I'm just not sure how good or bad the AI are here. They seem to be better at the high-speed tracks, so maybe we'll be fine here. Yeah, in general, we've been better at the low-speed track, but I don't know how they're going to be at accelerating here. 29th. About where we've been running. So, this might just be an average track for us.
Today, NASCAR makes its first stop in New Hampshire for the New Hampshire 301. From 2010 to 15, Jimmy Johnson, Ryan Newman, Casey Kane, Brad Keselowski, and Kyle Busch used wins in this race to help propel themselves into the NASCAR chase for the Sprint Cup.
So what you're saying is we might get a new winner here.
Get set.
Maybe Kyle Busch can finally get it done, or Kurt.
Car high.
I don't know why I'm bashing those two for not winning. It's just kind of interesting. Kurt's usually a lot better in this game, and I shouldn't even have to mention Kyle, especially with how broken he is in some of the other Heat games.
You're 3 wide.
Freaking
Clear high.
Heat 5's Cup AI is awful, dude. It's the 18, the 11, and the 19 winning 20 races, and then Ryan Newman getting 3 races, and then Hendrick gets like 1 or 2 wins a season. Can't stand it in that game.
Car high.
This game, I'm really invested because of how realistic-ish it is. I mean, you had Casey Mears winning, but come on, that was cool.
Stay low. Still there.
Well, it'd be too boring if it was too realistic.
Car low. All clear. Stay low. Still there.
Well, that's really sent it here. That's something that
Clear high.
me and New Hampshire, really good pairing. It's like name a more epic duo. Me and New Hampshire turn 3. This might be a long one though. 21 laps, and we're getting like,
Car low.
this might be longer than like a 1.5 mile race.
All clear.
This is only a mile.
Car low.
And yeah, we're not getting the run off the corner we need. We might be able to improve that, but
Car low.
I want to try it.
You're all clear.
Oh, we just can't turn.
Car low.
We just need a good entry.
Still there. Still there. Clear low. Car low.
Me versus Reagan. No one else around, really.
All clear. That was a great lap.
Tire wear hasn't really been slowing down their laps in both this race and the last one, so. I don't know, I just like switching the cockpit in this game. Probably because of how easy it is to drive when you have the arcade mode on. It's your assists in this game, it's just, I can't drive the simulation physics in this game, they're so bad. And when I can't complete a lap, I'm a lot slower, so. Still having some fun racing with this, even if it's simple and you can't spin out or
All
anything.
clear.
I mean, if you hit somebody enough, you can spin. I think I've had approximately 1 wreck this whole season that, like, actually took me out. .773. Okay then. Another new fastest lap. I don't know why the spotter didn't say anything there. But yeah, the spotter doesn't talk too much in this game, unlike a certain other one where he literally won't shut up. 2, 2, 3, 3, 2, 3, 2, 3, 2, 3. Only true Chads know what I mean. The spotter in NASCAR ignition, dude. He has a bad rep now. I believe it's Bubba's spotter, isn't it? Just to think Bubba's not even in this game. Actually, he might be in one of the NASCAR Next cars, but he's not in the usual.
Yellow's out.
Oh, I thought that smoke was just from a car turning. We got a caution at the very end of the race here. Actually, what am I talking about? 11 laps to go. This is a long one, so I'm kind of glad we have this caution to break things up. Not everyone's pitting, but knowing how big of a difference pitting usually makes, let's do it. I think it is a good idea in these first couple games to lower the wedge all the way down. Maybe not 60 tape, but I do always increase the tape. And I know tire pressures can do stuff, but all of the hundreds of hours I've spent in these games, I hardly have ever touched the tire pressures. I just haven't bothered to see how they work. But I know some people make pretty big changes to them. Making some good gains with that sin. There's Jones in the top 30. Look at him go. I mean, at least they got it right that Jones would end up being in the 20 in Cup, but still annoying to see him. Like, they couldn't have, well, I guess they couldn't have edited the scheme. I don't know, man. Why couldn't they have just put someone that had a number that wasn't in here already? Like, they made a good choice with Jones in terms of the driver, but just the fact that the number. I'm not sure what game's on his. Oh, it's the Evolution car. GameStop. With the game's release date on it, because, you know, I started the trend of releasing a game for a season when the season was already almost over. Because that makes sense. Like, I get they want to have the accurate roster. They usually take the roster from Daytona or so. But why can't you make the schemes one of the last things you do, and then release the game in, like, March at one of the high points of popularity in the season? I think you get more sales at that time. There could be other reasons, but I don't know, I just think even if you waited a release and didn't release it in September, October, and waited until like March and just put in the new cars. I mean, I guess schedule changes could affect things too. Where, well, they announced the schedule like August, September, so you would have time. I think it could be done. Even like April or May would be better than what we've been getting. October, when the season ends in November. I know some of these games do have DLC for the next season, but still. And the DLC in the early Heat games you can't even get anymore. And I never got them because I started with Heat 3. But one thing I do always praise about the Heat games, and I think it's in Ignition too, whatever scheme the car ran in the real race, you will see that reflected. Oh, last lap caution. Third time this season that's happened, but yeah, like, let's say this driver ran this scheme only at Spring Dover. You go to Spring Dover, he'll be in that scheme for that race only. It's accurate in these games, which is really cool. At least for the schemes that they do have. They'll default to others if you don't have it unlocked or whatever. And the winner at New Hampshire, Kyle Busch, finally gets it done. He is in for sure.
Pace car is out.
Though I was right at the beginning. We did see someone win their way into the chase. And it was Kyle Busch. Meanwhile, we are 2 points ahead of Mears.
The pace
Still
car
got
is
a little
off.
ways to go. I don't think the pace car is out when the race is over, Spotter. Sounds like something you'd hear in Ignition. Oh boy. Indy first, and then we go back to Pocono, because the schedule is bad. I'll probably rant more about that next time. And then Watkins Glen. I think that's when you get the new scheme. Maybe. I hope. So we got, let me count them. 7 races left. So actually not that many. But let's take a look. Harvick up to 4 wins. Kyle Busch finally has one. Kurt is in 6th and still doesn't have one. Eric Almirola quietly in 11th without a win. Elliott and Larson not doing so good. Like, they're even losing to Blaney and Menard out. Boyer doing good. It is now only Kurt and Almirola in on points. Over 60 over the cut line. So, basically coming down to wins now, but these two could get knocked out. We'll have to wait and see what happens. We still need another 100 grand to get 200K, but as it's been doing, so I don't forget, as I've been doing, let's change the sponsor for the next race at the end of this episode. I'm gonna actually lower it. Yeah, on the second one. Sure. Because this is a high speed track, I'm wondering if we won't do as good. But we'll have to find out next time. We are 13th in the chase with 7 to go. We're getting towards the end. We're getting towards our first playoffs. Yeah. Made it a long way, but there's still a long way to go. Thanks for watching this far, and I'll see you in the next one.